Hello everyone, I am Hani Sriyani and I'm from Portugis history class. I'm with my partner.
Hi guys, I'm Tasya, Kamila, Qadri. We are going to tell you about a caliph from the Umayyad dynasty, Abdurrahman al-Dakhil. He was a ruler of Portugal as founder the Umayyad II dynasty in Cordoba. In this video, we are going to tell you about his entry into Andalusia until the end of his reign. So please watch till the end.
Abdurrahman al-Dakhil, ruler of Portugal as founder of the Umayyad dynasty in Cordoba.
The spread of Islam in Al-Andalus. Al-Andalus is the Arabic name for the Iberian Peninsula, which is now known as Portugal and Spain. Before the arrival of the Muslims, Iberia was ruled by Visigoth Christians and led by King Rodrigo. In 711 AD, the Umayyad Caliphate in Damascus, together with Moors from northwest Africa, invaded Hispania, led by General Tariq bin Ziyad. The Umayyad expanded into the southern part of the Hispanic Peninsula, and the battle broke out, which was known as the Battle of Guadalete on 19 July 711. The sovereigns of the Andalusian people themselves were favorable to the Umayyad conquest because the population were not happy with the cruel policies of the Visigoths. Since then, the region of Andalusia was part of Umayyad Empire, which was centered in Damascus, with its caliph named Al-Walid bin Abdul Malik. Islamic rule in Andalusia under various dynasties lasted more than 7.5 centuries.
Umayyad and Abbasid Wars. After overthrowing the Umayyad Empire, which had ruled for 90 years, the new Abbasid rulers issued an order in 750 AD to completely eradicate those associated with the Umayyad dynasty. Abdurrahman bin Muawiyah bin Hisham bin Abdul Malik and Umayyad who managed to escape the persecution of the Abbasid, fled from Iraq through the Syrian desert to Palestine and across the Sinai desert to Egypt, through Africa to Andalusia, which had been conquered by his family.
Abdurrahman conquers Cordoba. Abdurrahman entered Andalusia followed by only 400 slaves loyal to the Umayyads. When it was felt that the ranks of his army were enough, Abdurrahman began to crawl to attack Cordoba. He managed to conquer the city and make it the capital of the new kingdom. But not long after that, Andalusia was hit by constant upheaval spearheaded by the Yamanian and the Berbers. At the same time, Caliph Al-Mansur sent his army of slaves to incorporate Andalusia into the Abbasid Empire. Abdurrahman was able to quell these various upheavals as well as to repulse the army of Caliph Al-Mansur.
Other threats to Abdurrahman al-Dakhil's reign. At the time, Charlemagne planned to attack the Umayyad. He and the army crossed by Pyrenees to attack Abdurrahman al-Dakhil. However, due to news of the chaos that swept France, they were forced to run. The defeat of France made Abdurrahman al-Dakhil stronger. He found that his army had been organized according to the way that privilege among the Bedouin tribes. Therefore, he built an organized armed force that numbers no less than 40,000 troops. He was aware that Andalusia was threatened and attacked from the ocean. So, he built the first Andalusian naval war fleet. Later, this fleet, at the time of Abdurrahman's threat, will become the strongest naval fleet in the West and the Mediterranean Sea.
Socio-economic conditions. During the reign of Abdurrahman al-Dakhil, Andalusia achieved the highest economic growth and the development of civilization was quick. Cordoba competed with Constantinople and Baghdad in terms of grandeur, luxury and development of science and art. At that time, Cordoba was known as the Andalusian bride and jewel of the world. when carrying out various wars in various areas in Andalusia and uniting various Muslim communities, Abdurrahman ad-Dakhil carried out the construction of Islamic architecture similar to that of the Umayyad dynasty in Damascus, including the Cordoba Mosque, Ja'fariyah Palace in Zaragoza, Al-Ma'mun Palace in Toledo, Alhambra Palace in Granada, Ar-Rashafah Park, and the Castle of Zaragoza. 3 years before his death, Abdurrahman renovated and expanded the Cordoba Mosque building. The roof is supported by large pillars totaling 1293 pillars. Today, the mosque is still standing majestically and it's one of the most visited places in the Iberian Peninsula after Alhambra Palace.
About Abdurrahman. Abdurrahman is known as an accomplished poet and orator, although history says that he was an unruly youth with his stubbornness and willpower. He succeeded in establishing the Umayyad dynasty, which was able to last until 1031 AD. He managed to overcome the attacks of the two greatest powers in East and West, Harun al-Rashid and Charlemagne. As the conqueror of Spain, Abdurrahman earned the title ad-Dakhil, which means conqueror. In addition, he was nicknamed Scar Quraysh or the Eagle of Quraysh. This nickname was obtained from one of his greatest enemies among the Abbasid, Caliph al-Mansur, because Abdurrahman managed to escape and wander along through the desert of Asia and Africa until he arrived in Al-Andalus. After reigning for 30 years, Abdurrahman ad-Dakhil died in 172 at the age of 61 years. From a political fugitive, he became a ruler respected by friends and foes alike.